Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're going to take a little bit of a break from our usual content. Normally on this channel, I'm all about the positivity. I want to share with you new brands, new products. Just sometimes we sit down for just 20 minutes and fangirl hard over favourites and the best skincare out there. That's the usual direction I want to take this channel in. But unfortunately, I wanted to just sit down and maybe change it a little bit today and address something which has been bubbling under in the past couple of weeks. I filmed a video entitled Naturium 6 months on, where I took a look at Naturium as a brand which most people know is owned by Susan Yara, an influencer here on YouTube and over on Instagram. I took a look 6 months on to say, actually, after the failed launch, the scandal, the saga, which just at its basis involved Susan Yara, the owner of Naturium, promoting their products without disclosing at the time she was actually the owner of that brand. That left a load of people shook and not wanting to trust the brand, myself included. And I said, I'm not interested in that. That's shady and I'm not interested. 6 months on, I took a second look at the products on the basis that a lot of you guys were asking for reviews. You were saying, what are these products like? Can we have a review of Naturium? And, you know, on this channel, I try to be as inclusive as possible and try to review as many brands as possible that you guys are asking for. I thought I'll do it in an unbiased look. Let's take away all the scandal, the drama and the saga, and let's actually have a look at the products themselves. As with all brands, there were some good ding 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 products and there were some total fails. That's nothing new. Most brands have their holy grail and total fail items. Naturium was no different. I said at the end of that video that whilst when I look at Naturium products, in the back of my mind, there is still that little demon that's saying, scandal, lack of transparency, not that great, and which is why I tend not to gravitate or purchase the products. I did say, you know what, I think we all need a second chance sometimes. I base this on my belief that I have messed up so many times in my life, and people have been so generous to give me a second chance when actually, if I look back, probably wasn't deserved in a lot of the time. So I thought, actually, I will give a second chance to Naturium as a brand, and let's have a look at the quality of the formulations themselves. I said in that video, which I've linked, so you can check it out for yourselves and see what was actually said, that second chances are personal to the individual. I can't tell people whether they should give a brand a second chance and a second look. Similarly, nobody can tell me that I shouldn't. It's a personal decision based on your own set of values. And so it said, whilst I am willing to give a second chance to the brand, I totally understand if that isn't the case for you, and everybody needs to make their own decision. On the whole, the conversation in that video was, professional. We had a really great chat around people sharing their views on whether they were or weren't likely to purchase from Naturium in the future, and some of their hits and misses in terms of their products. That wasn't always the case though. I've been subject to a torrent of just messages over on Instagram, Reddit threads, and comments on YouTube videos that just stray the line from critiquing and criticism in just hateful and unnecessary. I don't know really where all this came from. I can't get into my head. I can't get into the mindset of someone that would feel so passionate about a skincare brand that they'd want to send a hate-filled comment to somebody. I mean, guys, it's only skincare. It's not that deep. We should be enjoying it. And so I wanted to sit down and address some of the criticism and the critiques that's come off that video, and ultimately just let you know what my thoughts are on Naturium going forward. First of all, most of these comments were concerned with the idea that there is some great big conspiracy to get Susan Yara back into top peak popularity on YouTube and to promote the Naturium brand. That this extends just beyond people like myself, but to the whole skin influencer community. I don't know whether that's the case. It sounds like a ridiculous conspiracy if you ask me, but I certainly, from my point of view, have never received any money, which is another criticism that's been levelled at me, that we've been taking backhanders to promote Naturium. I've never taken a penny in cash from Naturium or Susan Yara. I've never spoke to Naturium or Susan Yara. I've never had any email correspondence or any conversation with them. So if there is a conspiracy, I'm not important or big enough to be part of it, and I just think it's probably that most conspiracies are a load of old rot. Second of all, it seems to be the idea that people want to get back into it because they want the free PR, and constantly I get comments saying, you've really been nice about this brand because you want the free PR. That is a load of rubbish. I get PR offers all the time, and most of them I turn down because I don't want to accept products which I'm not going to use, I'm not going to like. It's a waste. What's the point? I'm not one of these people that says yes to everything in the hope of getting free swag. Nobody wants that. If I'm likely to review the product and incorporate it in my routine, then absolutely I'd accept a free a PR package so I could share it with you guys. Naturium have never reached out to me. At the start, when I said I wasn't actually likely to buy from them again, probably set alarm bells ringing with that company, and thought probably won't include them on our PR list. Never been on the PR list, never likely to be on the PR list, don't really want to be on the PR list either, because for reasons that I'll come on to later in the video. So that's something I again wanted to cover. I also just want to talk about, people then start the name calling. You get names, you're a traitor, clown, all sorts thrown around. I think talk about petty, schoolyard rubbish. There has been numerous whole Reddit threads dedicated to this channel around how bad it is that someone would say maybe someone deserves a second chance, and that someone actually called out Susan Yara as being one of the worst people in human history, which I laughed at because, you know, I think we can all think of a few examples of people that may have just been a little bit worse. Not saying she's perfect, none of us are, but I think we can think of a few examples of where that might not be the case. And so I just wanted to sit on here and say, if people that are watching this, and the vast majority of the subscribers and the people who watch this channel are gorgeous, 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 skin enthusiasts and gorgeous people. But those people that are keyboard warriors that think, oh, let's fire off a little bit of hate. Those Poindexters that are sat there, they've probably tweeted in the past, they've probably put on their Instagram, you know, be kind or something a few years ago when that was a thing. But now it's like, oh, let's just send off a little hate message. Water off a duck's back. I've got a great support network. I'm a really positive person. I don't have a lot of negativity in my life, and I'm pretty chill. This I just dismiss. I laugh at it most of it because it's that petty playground rubbish that just needs to go. We're all grown-ups and move on. But when you're sending that sort of message, you actually don't know whether it's landing in the lap of someone like myself that can just dismiss it as a joke and move on, or somebody that might actually be having a really bad day, might be in a really difficult period in their life. They might be painting a really positive vibe, but behind it, there's a lot going on. You know, a lot of people are suffering with their mental health at the moment, just with a lot going on in the world. And so when you're sending that hate email, how do you know that that email isn't the thing that will just tip them over from having a bad day to a catastrophically bad day? It might just eat away again at their self-confidence and notion of self-worth. It is not acceptable. Sending hate to anybody is not acceptable. And the idea that that's okay because, you know, someone's online doesn't mean any of that is acceptable. So I just want to call that out. In my case, you're wasting your time. Move on. You might as well save that minute, that 60 seconds it takes to send that hate message, because I just delete. I just don't care. We live in a world where online you can just unsubscribe. You can just remove. Do you know what I mean? We don't need to waste our time. You're wasting your time. Like, put that energy that you're putting into a hate message into something productive. Actually add value to the world rather than detract it. So I wanted to call that out. But I also wanted to just talk about the future of Naturium. So I would recommend, whilst I said second chances are a thing, but they're totally personal, I'd recommend you check a video that Sarah over at No BS Beauty did, which I'm going to link below. Because her video, she takes a different stance. She says, actually, she just thinks there's so many better brands out there. She isn't over the scandal. She doesn't want to be over it. And actually, she doesn't want to trust, I doesn't feel she can trust the brand again. That is an equally as valid opinion as mine and the one I shared in my video. So definitely check that out for a second chance, because I love Sarah over at No BS Beauty. I think she's a gorgeous human being, so professional, like professional to her core. Definitely would recommend you check out that video. I also just want to say, this is the last time you'll hear the words Naturium whispered from my mouth, because do you know what, clearly this is a very, very polarizing brand, and I want to bring back the positivity in the world. I want this channel to be somewhere where we can all go to share our love of skincare and all the things that are good in the skincare world. You know, this should be a release and escape as a channel, and so actually this is the last time I'm going to be mentioning Naturium. It's not a brand I reach for anyway, and so it's no great loss. I've done reviews on the brand before and they'll be there and uploaded, so if anyone wants to check them out, they can. But I think going forward, we'll just avoid the word Naturium, because do you know what? It's not worth the drama. It's not worth the hassle, and it clearly upsets some people. Not sure why, but clearly it upsets some people, and I don't want that to be the case. I would, however, love to know your thoughts and feelings. Obviously, let's keep it kind, let's keep it professional. I don't want everyone to agree with me. They don't need to. In this world, we're supposed to be there to share opinions and share values, to compromise. So share, your thoughts and feelings below. I just wanted to sit down and clear some things up. That there is no great conspiracy. There is no money changing hands. There is no attempt to promote someone I've never spoke to before. I never even had any interaction with before. I just don't want this to drag down the positivity of the channel. So I wanted to film a video, catch it, move it, lock it up, and move on with our life. Because do you know what? Hate is not okay. For me, couldn't care less. But there are some people where it would have a real detrimental impact on their life and their mental health. And I think we should always be mindful of that before we hit the send button on that keyboard. I love every one of you guys that are subscribed to the channel and support this channel. And I'm sending lots of positive vibes. And tomorrow we are talking to get your glow on, some advanced vitamin C techniques. How to maximize the benefit from your vitamin C, get your glow game on, and bring back that sunshine and positivity. So tune in for that video tomorrow, and wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.